You guys, this is a historic moment for the podcast. We have made it to episode 150. Let's give it up. Let's give it up. You know, we hit episode 200 a while back when we hit our 2-year anniversary. We've just circled back, and now we're here at 150. And because of our 150th episode, we have a very special sponsor this week. So special, They're not only sponsoring us, but they're sponsoring a little game. A little fun little game we're going to do before we get into the beefy, meaty, chunky part of the episode. So, of course, want to thank and introduce our sponsors, the 150-year-old pill. Now, if you've never heard of this product, let me paint you a little bit of a picture here. Scientists have predicted that the first person to live to be 150 years old has already been born. Now, obviously, this is true. However, the good fine folks over at the 150-year-old pill have created this miracle substance that will guarantee you to live to your 150th year as well.
Me?
You, even. So the whole idea behind this is that, hey, you know, the person has been born. The person is here. They're walking around among us. And why can't it be you? And that's exactly what these good fine folks over at the 150-year-old pill are trying to accomplish for you. For the low price of $150 per pill, you too can possibly be one of the people who live to be 150 years old. Here's the thing with the pill. Let me tell you, it's a great product, but it is kind of a binary scale. It works or it doesn't. Right. Basically, after you take it the first time, you will immediately know if it works or not, because there's some pretty serious side effects to taking this pill. They wash over you pretty aggressively and pretty abruptly, and then unfortunately you do pass away if you have not been selected. So
how quickly after taking the pill?
It takes about 48 hours, and it is it takes 150 hours actually. That's again part of the process. 48 hours for the first symptoms to set in and really start to kind of tear your insides apart.
So you'll know within 150 hours of taking this if you will live to be 150.
But hey, the nice thing is, if you don't have those symptoms, you won't get any at all, and you are guaranteed to live to be 150. Now, what that means though is that if your life expires previously in other ways, let's say some unfortunate incident happens, like
train
accident, bus accident. Your brain might technically die, but because of the amazing chemicals, exactly, the amazing chemicals these pills have in them, your body will still live. So
the 150 herbs and spices.
yeah. I mean, something like that. I mean, most of them are man-made, but you know, it's all friendly, right?
Chemicals and spices.
150 chemicals, chems and spices. Exactly. So we just want to thank the fine folks over at 150-year-old pill. Go to 150yearoldpill.com/mancavemovienight and use code 150 years old to live or 150 years old to die for 150 hours to die code to get your first pill free. Every subsequent pill is $150, and that is a daily required pill. If you skip even one time, unfortunately, the side effects do begin to set in, even if you were chosen.
Out. If you get that free first pill and you don't make it to the second one, you got the whole thing for free. So that's
true.
Pretty cool.
That is true, and you will know after that first
pill in your life.
You'll know. You'll feel it pretty much immediately in your heart and in your soul if you have been chosen by corporate. I mean, we'll call them corporate. Corporate lackeys, whatever you want to call them, but they are essentially gods. I have met with them. They are incredibly powerful, and
have you taken the pill?
Awe. Not yet. I'm waiting for mine to arrive, and I'm excited. I'm excited to get on.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear how it goes.
I call it bigger pharma.
Bigger pharma. Yeah, nice. They are big. They're 100 feet tall. They're 150 feet tall, so they're big. They're very big.
Oh, gotcha.
And they're well over 150 years old, so they know.
Space
but
chairs.
They don't technically count as people. So that's why it's like the first
Right.
person.
Not even real people,
Yeah,
kind
they're
of.
not. Yeah. 'cause
And
they're
so when you mean man-made, they're made from man.
made from man by
Chemical
God.
150 men and spices.
Yeah, exactly. And so they had a suggestion for our 150th episode. I was like, I don't think we can do that for our whole episode, but we can incorporate it into the pre-roll where we kind of talk about where we'll, of course, do the ad. And they were like, hey, our favorite episode, these godlike figures who are 150 feet tall, they're like, our favorite
It has to be
episode
Lucas talks about Star Wars.
is Lucas Talks About Star Wars. You
It's
guessed
a good
it.
one.
And
Yeah.
It's a
so
great one.
that was what they were hoping would be the 150th special would be, hey, what if we did Lucas Talks About Star Wars 2? And I was like, oh, I would love to. Thank you so much for the offer, but it's just not going to happen. Sorry. We just
you
we need
can't-
to have all
lightning
three
doesn't
of us
strike
in.
twice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so maybe one day, but for this week, we've got our fun little game type beat little fun thing that we're going to do for our episode. It's going to be awesome. But before we get into that, I was like, hey, we're not going to do Lucas Talks About Star Wars, but how about we do Lucas Yaps About Star Wars in the
Oh.
form of questions / trivia for
Oh,
Niall
Star
and
Wars
Jared.
trivia.
And they were like,
Wow.
only if it's the 25 toughest Star Wars trivia questions in any galaxy. And I said, you know what, brother? That sounds awesome.
Sounds
and
great
so
to me.
we're
Let's
probably
do it.
not going to get through all 25, but we'll get through a few of these.
Should we work out as a team?
Nope. This is competitive.
Oh,
You're
Okay.
working against each other. You're at odds.
love
They
it.
said
that's fine.
this
If
will
I
also
can't
be
win,
part of the process.
Then I don't want to play.
Yeah, and that's fair. And this will be part of the process to determine who the 150-year-old pill will work on. So just keep that in
Oh,
mind as we go through it.
interesting.
If you do choose
Whoa.
to,
That's something they can
to
continually
take it-
change and decide.
Yeah, exactly.
That's an
Well, no, they
interesting
decide it
revelation
once.
about-
They decide
just
before
were
you take
pending.
it. Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
but they
so if
haven't
you've never,
decide- okay,
yeah,
understood.
once you take it, then it's decided. But before, there's no.
But it's
decision.
not a product that is standard. Then they send you one of two things: one that works. Or one
No,
that doesn't.
well, they give you the same pill, but they just choose if your biology works with it or not. they're
I
just
keep
very-
forgetting they have fourth dimensional knowledge.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
we
Their
exist on third
level of
so
expertise
they-
is on a
I
whole other
forget,
level. So they would
yeah,
ace this 25 toughest Star Wars trivia questions in a galaxy.
obviously.
So here we go. First one. This will be for Jared. We'll start with Jared.
Woo!
It says it starts easier and it gets harder. So hopefully it's proportional and so there's not too
Okay.
much of a back and forth.
The
What?
even ones are harder.
Yeah. So hopefully you'll look out here.
Gives you a breather every other question.
First question we got is,
yeah.
what were Luke's aunt and uncle's jobs on Tatooine?
They were moisture farmers.
Hey, you got it.
nice.
Well done. Well done. That is
Huge.
correct.
That's huge.
All right, Naya. Here
Sorry,
we
I
go.
forgot to buzzinga in.
Yeah, you did forget to, but it's that was your question.
It's turn based. I was
Oh,
just
that's right,
buzzing.
that's right, that's
I
right.
was just buzzing for a steal
Yeah.
in case you
I
didn't
just
get
in
it.
case.
I was preemptively.
Pre-buzzing.
Yeah.
They were moisture farmers and blue milk enjoyers.
Yeah.
Very
That's what they
big blue milk
Enthusiasts.
enjoyers, as are we all.
They got milk.
I think True Moon has blue milk you can buy right now, and it's like vanilla flavored or something. I'm not very
Galaxy's
interested.
Edge has blue
All
milk.
isn't
like,
all milk vanilla flavored?
I don't know. Is it? Is milk default vanilla flavor? Oh.
Give me a question, Lucas.
All right,
Go.
your question.
We're 10 minutes
In-
into the episode. We
in-
haven't started the episode yet.
Hey, let me yap. In how many languages is C-3PO fluent in?
Oh, it's like 910,
Close.
isn't it? Like
It is an approximate number. It is more than...
more
Jared,
than
you got it?
900.
More than 1 million languages.
close, but unfortunately, that's not
Stop
going to
saying
be
you.
correct.
You can't say close to 910 and more than a million.
I didn't say close to 910.
You said it was close.
I was lying. It's more than 6 million is the answer.
Oh,
More
yeah,
than 6 million
I knew
forms
it
of
was a lot.
communication. That's what he says. He says that.
Okay.
Okay, Jared. What is the Wookiee's homeworld?
Dude,
It's Kashyyyk.
Correct. You got
are
it.
you Harry Potter quizzing me again?
No.
How many steps
Harry-
are there in Hogwarts?
Harry Potter quizzing was pretty funny.
It
All
was
right.
fun.
And
That
Lucas
was.
nailed that question.
Yeah.
He was so close.
One of these days, I'll be able to get over that regret, but
Yeah.
not anytime soon.
You're so close,
I
man.
know, I was so close.
Okay.
Okay, now here we
Give me
go.
a question.
Which character is partially named after George Lucas's son?
Lando. Because George Lucas's son is
Unfortunately,
Lando
that is
Lucas,
not
or
correct
Landon
because he did not
Lucas.
have any kids during the original trilogy.
Is it
Jared,
Anakin? Don't let him
Jared?
steal. It's Anakin.
it's not
No,
Anakin.
Anakin- they
Anakin
knew
was
Anakin's
name dropped
name
in
in the
episode
original.
4. Yeah.
Yeah. He has
was?
a son
Oh,
named. His son is named Jar Jar.
You got well. You were close. Django
His name's
Fett.
Jared.
His name
Django?
is Django. No, the character is
Django
Dexter Jetster,
Ugh.
named after George Lucas's son, Dexter.
Okay, so
Wow.
you are
Or Jet.
certainly Hogwartsing me right now.
No, I'm not. I'm literally not.
So you give him Kashyyyk, and you give me Dexter
I'm just doing them in
Jetster?
order. I'm just doing them in order. I don't decide. I'm just doing
The
them the way
even
they,
ones
just,
are
they
the
tell
hard
me.
ones.
Okay, all right. Give
Yeah, his
give.
George Lucas's son's name is Jet. So Dexter Jetster. That's where the
Oh.
Okay.
And then,
well, yeah. Give
a good name.
give Jared another.
Katie,
underhand
Jet,
pitch.
and Amanda are George Lucas's children. Wow,
Hey.
Katie Lucas is a UFC fighter. That's kind of insane. Amanda Lucas,
That's so
sorry.
sick.
Anyway,
I just met
all
a
right.
dude whose mom won Mrs. Universe. Or
That's
Miss
kind of
Universe,
insane.
I guess. Yeah.
What's her day
Anyway.
job?
I don't know. It's a good question.
This is an interesting question. In which movie, this is for Jared, in which movie does the camera pan back up after the crawl? So for context, in the beginning of every Star Wars movie, we see the iconic crawl of text followed by the camera panning down, with one exception, and that is which movie? So they all go down except for one, which goes up.
I want to say. Oh man, I don't know.
I think
gonna
I know
say-
You
this.
got a 1 in 9 chance.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's. I'm gonna say it's 3. Revenge of the Sith.
It is not Revenge of the Sith.
Dang it.
So you said 1 in 9, so it's one of the Skywalker saga.
Yeah, those are the only ones with the crawl.
Oh, right. I'm gonna guess The Last Jedi.
That would be also incorrect. It
Shut up!
was
No, it's not.
Is it a
episode 2. Yeah.
God, dude, that's
Yeah.
what I thought first. And then
Yeah.
I was like, no, there's a space battle. Maybe it's that one. Gosh.
Pans down in episode 3 and you see the top down view of all the ships, and then you see Anakin and Obi-Wan starfighters go
Yeah,
Pretty.
that's right.
pretty cool.
So 2 is Padme's ship then.
Yeah. They
yeah.
pan up
Yeah.
and
That's
and then
that's
Padme's
literally
ship
what I thought first.
is- Yep.
That's a shame.
Okay, Niall, I feel like you could get this one. This is
Don't
a
lie to
somewhat
me,
frequently
Lucas.
quoted line. Which species stole the plans to the Death Star? This is a line from episode 6.
Oh,
They
this is one I
say,
should
Mon Mothma
know.
says many blanks died to get us these plans.
This is one that I should know, and right when I hear it, I'm gonna be pissed that I didn't
This
get
is
it
this is
right.
not the Rogue One stealing of the plans. This is
Gorbus.
This is the episode 6 stealing of the
Gorbus's.
plans. Glorbus's.
No,
Close.
no L. Gorbus's.
Gorbus is still incorrect, unfortunately.
Oh,
Jared, how you feeling?
I feel good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What is it?
Lizards.
Oh, you got it! Many lizards died.
obtaining these plans.
That is one of the most
Show me
iconic.
lizards.
Show me dragon. So the answer is Bothans. Many
Bothans.
Bothans died.
Bothans.
All right.
Shame.
I was close.
You were very close.
One more each.
Okay, one more each. Jared, here we go. What was Luke Skywalker's original last name?
I know this one.
Amidala.
Luke Amidala.
Like legally.
Unfortunately,
I don't know actually.
I know, buzz in.
All right.
Star
Buzzinga.
Killer.
Starkiller is correct.
Wow.
All right, Niall, you ready?
Check that
Like
out. I know-
wait,
I
like
know some knowledge.
originally, just like
in the
when
original
he was
script.
writing. Okay.
Well, yeah, up until
thought-
I think they even
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
when he auditioned, Mark Hamill auditioned, he was still Luke Starkiller. And then I think up until like production started, they were like, we're gonna call him Skywalker because Starkiller's a little bit too grim of a name.
Yeah.
They brought
a
Starkiller
farmer
back.
Especially
boy.
for someone that's a nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yeah, my name's Luke Starkiller.
and
I
I'm
just wanna get off the
surprised that Darth
planet.
Vader's my dad.
That name was eventually used in the Force Awakens game or Force Unleashed games. And then
And in
also
The Force Awakens.
In the Force
And the
Awakens,
base.
it's the base, yeah, Starkiller base, which is a perfect name for that. All right, Niall, you ready? Final question here.
Yep.
What was the original name of the first Star Wars movie when it went into production before it was called Star Wars? It's not A New Hope as well. I'll give you that.
Before it was called Star Wars.
It had a different name.
Laser Swords, the movie.
Starkiller's Big Adventure.
Star
That-
Killers with an AZ.
Jared, that is shockingly close.
Really?
The original name was Adventures of Luke Starkiller, comma, as taken from the Journal of the Wills, comma,
Dude.
Saga 1, colon,
stop.
the Star Wars.
George,
No, it was not.
what is wrong
They're
with
like,
you?
how about we give you 2 words and they'll be the last
Dude,
two.
good thing that dude was married to somebody who edited everything he ever wrote.
Well, and he had producers who were like, no, that is the worst
Like,
title.
no chance.
Can you imagine?
This summer, The Adventures of Luke Starkiller. Excerpts from a journal
Of the Wills.
found under his bed.
Yeah, the Journal of the Wills
Oh, man.
apparently
Volume
is,
1,
is
Chapter
the-
1.
the
Star
history.
Wars, A New
Unexpected
Hope.
virtue of ignorance.
The Journal of the
I've
Wills
learned
is
to
the
love the
general
bomb.
lore that all the Star Wars is read from. So the pre-crawls is all from the Journal of the Wills, technically. Like that's an excerpt from those. So that's kind of
Pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun
The
little
Journal
detail.
of the Wills is a cool thing. That should be spoken
It is
of
cool.
more.
It should be.
I agree. I don't think it's ever been used in a movie. I don't think they've ever mentioned. I think they've maybe said the Wills
Smith.
in the Wills Smith in like
Probably said it in The
Clone
Last
Wars or
Jedi.
something like that. Something along those lines, but nothing.
They
as
say
far
it
as
in The
I'm aware, they
Last
never say.
Jedi with the
Journal
freaking
of the
books
Wills.
that she's looking at.
Yeah, but those aren't the journals. of
sacred
Wills.
texts.
Those are the sacred texts.
Which is such a much better, less generic name.
Yeah, super important, super really
Journal
integral
of the
part
Wills
of
is
the
so
movie
sick.
too.
Man, well, I wish we could have done 150 questions.
We could have got. We
for
could still
our
do all
150
25.
Overlords.
We could do all the
I
rest.
can't
of
wait to
25.
find out. While we were doing those, I actually popped my 150 pill, so we'll find out. in
Nice. We'll find out
150
during the
hours.
episode probably. If you start fizzing, we'll know.
Yeah,
that good
I'm
or
feeling
bad?
a little
Fizzing good or
toe
bad?
fizzing, so I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like it's usually brain fizz that sets in first. So
I'll let you know. If
hopefully
that kicks in.
we'll see. But anyway, good job, Jared.
Our
the
episodes
definitive
actually-
winner.
Our
Thank
raw
you.
episodes before editing are about 150 hours. and
Yeah.
we cut 'em down.
Yeah, it's most of our week.
Yeah, people say you should edit out those bad bits. We do.
Oh, we do.
we
We
do.
cut out about 149 hours of every episode.
Yep.
What you're getting is the cream of the crop. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. Well,
All right.
there we go. Thank you to the 150-year-old pill. Let's get into our 150th episode.
Bye bye.
And welcome back to Man Cave Movie Night. We got a fun episode here. Niall, this is kind of your conception, your concept. let's.
Well, it's kind of like a joint idea.
Yeah, it was kind of. It was. That's true. Sorry, it was a bit of a Niall and Jared.
Jared
idea.
came up with kind of like the worst idea, and then I turned it into a really good.
Yeah,
awesome
yeah.
one.
So
That's true. I mean, we didn't even really consider my ideas. But
Yeah.
I'm sure they would have been fun too. But like,
Yeah, but
Honestly,
I kind of came up
probably
with
not
like
that
one
much.
that was kind of like objectively the best idea. So we're just
yeah,
gonna do that one.
I hated my ideas, so I'm glad we're
Yeah,
doing
we
something
all
like
did.
better.
okay,
So, yeah.
cool.
I'm glad we're
It
doing
worked
something
out.
better.
Yeah, me too.
too.
I didn't even have any ideas, so that's fun, isn't
Yeah,
it?
Which is
I like
in
a
a lot
bunch.
of ways better than a bad idea.
I see. That's
Yeah,
good
I
to
had a
know.
bunch.
Because now I kind of resent Jared a little bit.
More.
I made you read a whole paragraph. I'm sorry.
to quote.
No, Jared had a really awesome idea, and then I had just recently watched a YouTube video where they did something kind of similar to his. So I'm basically copying a YouTube video, which will not go named because I stole it. I took the effort to steal it, and so you don't get to know what it is.
The to quote the wise words of Carmela Soprano, more is lost from indecision than wrong decision. I don't know if you want to agree with that or not,
I
but
think more time was lost by you yapping.
Yapping like crazy, yeah.
more time
We're
is
done with
lost
the
by
episode,
yapping
dude.
than
We're
silence.
20 minutes in.
Okay, Niall,
Lucas, what
explain,
is this game?
explain. You
Lucas,
do it, Niall.
Make
You
Niall
explain
explain it.
Lucas.
I don't get it enough to explain it well. I get it, but
Okay,
I just don't know
here's
how to
what's gonna
say it in word. Like I just don't know how
Here's
to
what's going to
type
happen.
it.
You know what? Shush.
Okay.
Hush up.
We're going to play a game called Guess the Question. Where one of us is going to leave the room, and the other two are going to come up with two simple questions, but open-ended questions. And then start pitching when that person comes back in. They're going to start answering that question without telling the person what the question is. And that person, based on the answers, has to guess what question they're answering.
I
Make
love
sense?
it. It makes sense to me. Yep.
Makes
I love it.
great
I'll
sense
go
to me.
first.
This is only the fourth time I've explained it to Lucas, so I think...
I get it. I got it. I just didn't know
Are
how
you
to
sure?
say it in the words of how to
Okay.
explain it.
Couldn't
So
think
I
of how
got
to
it,
plan.
but I get how to play it. I just couldn't say it in the words. So
Sure.
I'm ready. We can. Who wants to go first? Away outside of the room.
I will.
No,
Yeah,
you
you
should
get
not
it.
be the first one to leave.
I get it. It was basically my idea.
Jared gets it. It's his
Well, yeah, I
idea.
get it. Like I get
I
it.
just modified it to
I
us
get it.
It's just how difficult do we go? That's what we.
That's
'cause
that'll be the
easy,
question.
hard. I've got a question.
All right, cool.
already.
Oh, and
Nah.
we talked about us doing getting like 3 guesses per question so
Yeah.
that we don't like go on for a million years.
Yeah, and it'll be fun, and we'll all get it and do great.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm
bye
gonna go
now. Bye now.
into my bathroom. Also, don't judge my room for being super messy. I'm
Too late.
moving right now,
Too late.
so it's not up to me.
Too late. So yeah, we're doing
You
it this
decided
way
to
so that
move
you,
right
the
now.
listener, can be in on it. Isn't that fun? I think it's fun because now we're all like, you guys will know what's
Ooh.
happening. You guys will know what's happening before the person who's guessing knows what happens.
Yeah, so you're in it with us.
You're in it with
If
us.
you would like to not be in it with us, you can just kind of skip ahead until you hear Niall's voice,
Yeah.
and you can play along with him.
Close your ears.
And that'll be the fun thing with each round.
That could be good.
Let's come up with 2 questions. I think the first question is people who would be bad casting choices for James Bond. I
Oh,
think it's the
bad
question.
casting choices.
You know, and we can maybe give him a couple hints and like say, yeah, it's a genre thing, or
Interesting.
it's a. So people who should not play James Bond.
Cool. Oh, and for context as well, these are all new questions. None of us have heard these questions yet, so we're coming up with the answers off the top of our heads,
Yes.
which is fun. So bad cast. I like that question a lot. My question will be good casting for James Bond.
No. No.
Wait, sorry. Okay, bad. Let's do your question first though. Bad casting for James Bond. I feel like someone. Okay, Timothy Chalamet. That's my answer.
Sure. I mean, we can come up. We'll probably come up with multiple answers, right?
Oh, one each, right?
But he might need more context.
Maybe. So
Let's see.
how many answers do we? How many answers do
I'm
we?
gonna
need?
come up with a couple
A couple.
because
Okay.
there's plenty
yeah,
of
true.
bad answers.
I feel like many actors you could say, like anyone too young or too old, but that might be hard to guess. So let's keep it British. That way, because they're not going to cast an American, as James Bond.
Yeah, so there'd be bad casting.
I see.
And we could even say they're not even British. See what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Because we got to give our answers and maybe give our explanations a little bit.
That's true.
But just hints.
Just hints.
Don't give it away.
Okay, then I'm sticking with Timothée Chalamet. My other answer is going to be,
Well, what's your question? Because should we just
should
give
we?
both of our questions now?
Wait, are we going to
and
give
then-
him the answers? Are we going to come up with the answers now, or come up with them?
I thought we were just going to come up with them because we both know the prompt. So then he'll come back in and we'll be like, okay, so my first answer is this. And you'll be like, oh, yeah.
I see. Okay,
Yeah.
I get it.
So,
Yeah, I get it.
but what's your, do you get this game? Do you
Yeah, I
what
get
we're
it. I get it. Yeah.
doing? Okay. Okay, what's your question then?
My question is, who would be your choice to direct the new Spider-Man movie? Good, like actual someone you do want. Spider-Man 4, because
Okay.
there's no like Spider-Man 4 Tom Holland, because there's no director attached currently.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, cool. I guess we
Okay.
need to text Niall.
We got to let Niall know to come back.
Yeah, so I get it. I get the game.
You get the question.
Yeah, I get it. Now that we're playing, like I get it. Come back. He's
Okay.
coming. He's coming.
Oh, he's on his way. He's sprinting. Oh, he dove. He laid out.
Hello.
It's a goal.
Microphone's back on. I dove and I'm here.
Well, we are excited to have you. So,
I'm excited to be here.
whose answers do we want to do first?
Let's do my question first.
Okay.
We're gonna do my question first, Niall, and my first answer is gonna be John C. Reilly. I don't think it's a good fit. I think.
Oh,
I like this. Okay, I like this. Yeah,
that
I
throws
like where
me
we're going.
off what my first guess was going to be.
John C. Reilly, I don't think it's a good fit. I think he's really good at what he does, and so we should leave him in that sector. He doesn't really look like it would work out. He doesn't fit the part physically or just kind of demeanor wise.
No.
So that's my first
Definitely.
We're talking live action,
Definitely
not
agree.
animated.
My answer is going to be Timothée Chalamet. He physically just does not fit the role. Maybe he could get there, but as he is currently, he's a great
Why do you
actor.
have bad answers?
Maybe he
for your
phoned
own
it in
question?
for Wonka. Maybe he could do a pretty good job in a role like this. He's never done something like this before. But for this
Interesting.
particular role, no shot. And the fact that he's
should
American
play-
doesn't help at all.
Oh. I know it. Based on that, I know it.
Okay, what is it?
Who should be the next James Bond?
Oh, nice.
Well, it's actually
Well, who
the
shouldn't be?
op-
Yeah,
Bond,
Who would be a
okay.
bad pick at being James
Okay.
Bond?
All right.
My next answer was going to be Taylor Swift. I would say she would be a bad James Bond.
I know about 1 million zealots who would disagree.
Only 1 million?
1 million? Wow.
That's funny.
I mean, most of them are reasonable.
My other answer
I'm
was going
sorry
to be
for using the word zealot.
my other answer was going to be Liv Tyler,
Liv Tyler. Yikes! You
just because
Yeah, it
she
goes.
was right there on that
Well, hey.
poster.
I got that pretty quick. Lucas accidentally gave me a little bit of a gimme, but
Yeah, but I don't feel
With
like
the
that was
British
that crazy of a hint.
Well, yeah.
Like I felt like
Yeah.
no. Timothy Chalamet is also not American. I think he's Canadian.
that's what. Oh, well, I said he's not British. Or no, you're right. The fact
said
that he
he's
is American
American.
doesn't help. Yeah, you're
Idiot.
right.
Boo.
I didn't even say British too, so that was
Is
good.
he
He was
American?
great from
Or
context.
is he
clues.
Canadian?
I think he's Canadian.
Oh.
French Canadian. I'm not sure.
I don't know about that.
But
These are things I don't know about. So good job. 10 out of
Thanks.
10.
Next
yeah,
question.
well done. Okay, next question. I will start. This will be the answer to my question,
Okay.
and that is Jon Favreau. Now, I
Directors.
think let me defend myself here for a reason. Like I don't want to give away too much with my explanation.
Maybe you don't give too much of an explanation.
Okay, I'll just say Jon
How
Favreau.
about we just say, maybe we say our answers first, Niall guesses, then
And then we
our
give the
answers.
Yeah,
okay,
then
yeah,
you
that's
can give
great. That's great.
explanations.
Yep.
I like
This is
that.
this is an evolving
Yeah.
game. Cool. Jon Favreau.
My answer will be Shane Black.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So, do you have a guess? No.
Do you have a guess, Niall?
My guess right now, I'm just thinking of through lines between those two. Who is the best director who has directed a Marvel movie?
Interesting.
Smart.
That is
Okay.
not the question.
That is true. That
Not
is true.
necessarily there who directed the best Marvel movies, but
Yeah,
the best
yeah,
director who has directed a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
not
That's
it.
not the question.
Okay.
Okay. Explanations?
Here's my
Let's do it.
explanation. It is someone who has worked with this company before, and so someone they're comfortable with, and they're very, they're in a spot where they need hitters that they know can do what they need, and this guy is a pretty safe bet in terms of he's made them a lot of across their many divisions. He's made them a lot of successful movies,
it.
and this one in particular, I think he could do well with. Just because he's made some good stuff. Jon Favreau's made
Got
some
it.
good stuff, and yeah.
Well, wait
Got
for
it.
me to explain
Yeah.
mine.
I feel confident. Can I
Good.
guess it?
Well, then I won't. Yeah.
Well,
go
I
for
want
it.
to hear your explanation either way.
Yeah, go for it. It'll make you
Who
feel
should direct the live-action X-Men movie?
Interesting.
better. That's incorrect.
Incorrect.
actually.
Oh.
Let's hear Jared's. Maybe
So-
maybe you can give
so
a little
you
bit
have one more guess. One more
Yeah,
guess.
I've got another guess.
For this film, there needs to be comedy and there needs to be action. That's the two things we know about it.
Yeah.
Shane Black has directed a movie in the franchise, and he's done it well. I think the one he directed isn't super comedic, so you might be like, Jared, why? What about him? He also did The Nice Guys, and the humor in that is incredibly it's kind of outlandish, which is good for the studio, but also it's grounded in, it feels very real to the character, and this character is super funny, and so you need someone who can kind of give direction to make sure the humor lands,
Yeah.
while also having really exciting action sequences.
Great.
Super
Great
funny
answer.
character with really exciting action sequences.
So my first answer there was the safe bet in terms of if they needed someone who they just know will do what they need them to. He's the director, yes, but maybe not going to take a whole lot of creative liberties. Just it'll be exactly kind of what you expect it to be. This next director is actually a duo. That is John Francis Daley and Jonathan Goldstein. They are the two who directed Dungeons and Dragons. They also co-wrote
and Game Night.
and Game Night. Yep, they're a lot of fun. They're really competent directors and writers, and they co-wrote the first of the trilogy of these movies. There were a lot of writers involved with the first one, the first of this trilogy, and they brought, I think, a lot of humor and charm that the subsequent two movies did not have. And so bringing them back for the fourth one would be awesome.
Fourth movie.
I think they could knock it out of the park. I think that'd be great. Great choices.
And the two did not live up to the first one in terms of charm. Okay, Jared, you give your next answer. I feel like I
guess I
know
went right answer in
it
your
has to be
explanation,
a
but-
Marvel property. I was so confident in the X-Men guess that I'm still trying to get out of that
Mindset? Okay.
But, yeah.
This feels like a bad answer for a lot of reasons.
Uh-huh.
But I think with the guidance and with, I hate to say studio control, but I think if there's one director that might actually benefit from it, God, I'm forgetting his name now. Kingsman.
Oh,
Guy.
Matthew Vaughn.
Matthew Vaughn, thank you. It's very exciting, very fun, very youthful. His films typically feel like The Kingsman and Kick-Ass.
And Argyle.
And, well, see what I'm saying? Like, he always makes movies under his own studio. And so, and I guess also a reason it would be a bad pick is he doesn't typically land sequels very well. And this would be, that would be necessary for this. But I'm hoping someone
Except
with creative
it's
vision.
not really a sequel, is it? It's kind of a soft reboot of the character.
No, it's a sequel.
Dang it! I thought I had
But
it.
maybe, though, it could
It
be.
could be. It
You
could be a
could argue
little.
that,
Yeah, you
Niall.
could argue that.
Lucas
Isn't
is
it kind of
gaslighting
a
you.
soft
Well,
It could be a soft.
I mean, who are you
well,
thinking, Niall? Who are you thinking?
People hope it's a soft reboot.
Yeah.
It's a studio.
It's a
you know,
sequel.
Marvel's not going to allow that. Maybe
Right.
though.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
obviously a Marvel
Yeah.
movie.
You got a Marvel
stop-
movie.
We could stop.
And
being
it's
secret
a
again.
fourth Marvel movie, as I mentioned.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be Spider-Man 4?
Yep. You
Yeah.
got
Yeah,
it.
soft
yeah.
reboot.
Soft reboot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I was like, Lucas
I mean,
is kind of
it's not
gaslighting you on that one.
exactly. It's, I mean, I wasn't intentionally
but it's
gaslighting
like
him.
But
the
it's meant-
character and all
Yeah.
of his conditions are changing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be the same actor and the same character, but it's kind of like new
New
era,
territory.
you
Yeah,
know?
new. Fair.
Yeah.
Very fair.
So I would call it a very soft reboot.
Yeah, that's great. I agree.
I think that's
That's a very fair thing to say. So yeah,
Yeah,
Spider-Man
I do-
4. Who should direct Spider-Man 4? That was my question.
I don't. I think the best answer is Jon Favreau.
Yeah.
John Favreau's great answer,
a-
and
it's
the
a really
second
great
best
answer.
answer was Shane Black. Like
Yeah.
Shane Black would be awesome.
Shane Black. Either of those,
That'd be cool.
I could totally see them actually coming back.
I can't see Shane Black agreeing to do another Marvel movie.
Yeah, no.
Probably
no.
not. Man,
But maybe.
I just hope he does another Nice Guys.
Oh, Iron Man 3. man. I
You'll-
want to watch that again.
Should I go out next?
Sure. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Sure.
Now that we all understand,
Now that we
we
got the
all
formula.
get it. We
Well,
all
you
get
get,
it.
do you get it, Sil?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, I'm leaving the room because I just want to
Once
make
you
sure.
leave, I'll explain it to him again.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I get it. So what's the?
Do you get it?
What's the?
I don't think.
I don't know.
I don't think.
What was
I'll,
the-
I'll explain it. Don't worry.
Okay. You got a question? Oh yeah, you had a question that you texted me.
I had a question that I was kind of thinking of. My question was something we would need to pick an actor, but like, what are some of our favorite movies that feature an actor in common? Not even necessarily. I feel like it would be better if it's not like a main, like
So-
someone who's like a main actor, but someone who pops up in a lot of stuff.
The way we just did it is we didn't hear each other's answer until the other person came into the room, which was fun. So we asked the questions and then got each other's answers live. which
Totally.
was-
So we would just need to pick an actor.
so just pick an act, basically choose the actor.
Pick an actor, and then our favorite movies. starring
Okay,
this
okay,
actor.
cool. So which actor do you want to choose?
I got no ideas.
Name a woman.
Name a woman. Yeah. Do you name an actor? Just any
Okay,
actor.
I'll
Do
choose.
it.
I'll choose Hugh Jackman because
great.
Hugh Jackman has been in a lot of stuff other than X-Men, and so I'll just do something other than that. My first
Yeah,
answer.
I got to try to think of
won't
stuff
say,
where
but
maybe
Hugh
you
Jackman.
wouldn't think of him in it. I'm going to look him up on IMDb just to...
just to think of someone, or
Yeah.
think of movies. All right, come up with an actor then.
Oh, you want me to? So we're just going to do two of these?
We could. We don't have to. Well, that I guess that was.
I was just forcing you to come up with
The actor
my
for
question.
yours. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
So now you come up with your own question.
That's fine. My question then is going to be, oh man, I should have at least done some question preparation. I had a Dune type. Oh, pitch a Dune. Pitch a Dune. That'd be hard to do though, because then you'd immediately get it. So.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that.
I know. It's like, because you don't want to. I feel like the ones we just did worked pretty well in terms of being vague enough. But let's say, what is. Oh man, it's so hard
Think
to like
faster.
to be
Think
vague. I
faster.
know. I am thinking. I'm thinking of all these questions, but none of them are quite relevant enough. And I want
Think
to.
as fast as you can.
I like the James Bond one too because it was a callback. Okay. If you could change one thing about the sequel trilogy, what would it be?
Okay, love it.
There's my question. That's it. That's another
Love
callback
it.
to one of our early
Okay.
episodes because the James Bond
Yeah.
thing. All right, we're good. Let's bring him back in.
I texted him. So, any minute now, he's going to come bursting through that door.
And he's gonna.
And he's going to sit right down in that chair. And we're going to have a good old conversation.
He's gonna
about
say, "Killed
these
by Bone Bramble."
questions. Killed by Bone Bramble.
Hello.
Hello, you ready? You ready?
Hello.
All right,
Kinda
Niall,
nervous.
want to do yours first?
I know, it's nerve-wracking. Yeah, let's do mine.
All right, cool. You want to do your answer first or my answer first?
Yeah. You answer first.
Okay. So, my answer is Prisoners.
Oh, so good.
So, I'm not going to explain yet.
Okay.
Now, Niall, you do the answer, and then and then Jared gets a guess, and then we'll explain. So, Prisoners is my answer.
You're going Prisoners. Okay. I think I am going to go... Oh, it's hard, but I'm going to probably say The Prestige.
Okay. These are, I'm going to just guess, underrated movies by popular directors.
Oh, really good.
I like
Really
that
good
guess
yeah.
with those two
With those
answers,
two answers
but
especially.
No.
Okay.
Okay,
I
all right.
will-
Let's hear your explanation.
I feel like as soon as... Okay, so...
Can you believe it is? It's crazy that The Prestige now, because of Inception and Interstellar, kind of is.
A little bit underrated.
Like,
well,
it's
people
like
just don't watch it.
overshadowed.
Overshadowed, yeah.
Yeah, but it just doesn't get talked about. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's crazy.
So...
That used to be like the movie, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
Each one of his is now the movie, basically.
totally.
Except for Tenet. that was kind of
Dunkirk
a-
and Tenet.
Dunkirk and
have
Tenet
kind of
were a
fallen
little
by
bit
the
of a-
wayside.
But, I mean, you got...
Except I love Dunkirk and Tenet, so shut up.
Yeah. So this one is good because he is very different than he usually is. Very different. And
there you
he's
go.
excellent.
I already got it.
What
Go.
do these two movies have in common?
yeah.
Can you guess?
What is it?
Oklahoma. Hugh Jackman.
That was gonna be my next one that I talked about.
Yeah, nice. Hugh Jackman.
Oh, that's funny.
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
Are these what? So what was it? Was
It was just best
Hugh-
movies
Hugh
with
Jackman
Hugh Jackman
movies?
in them. Yeah.
awesome?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, my
Really good.
answer.
Why do you think Prestige is the best movie with Hugh?
Yeah, we
Jackman?
can explain.
I
Actually, explain.
think it's maybe not the best Hugh Jackman performance, although it is amazing,
Mm-hmm.
and his performance of his other self. He's two characters in that
Yeah.
movie. But just the movie itself, if you look through his
He's billions of characters.
like all of the movies he's been in, it's like X-Men and The Prestige
and Prisoners.
and
And then
Prisoners.
the
But, you know, it's
honky Walmart
Oklahoma.
brand singing movie. What's that one called? The
Oh,
Greatest Showman.
Greatest Showman.
yeah.
And Eddie the Eagle.
And Eddie the Eagle.
Yeah,
and
which I
Fists
actually
of Steel
that
or
was
Real
on my
Steel,
list as well.
And Real
Steel.
directed by
Steel.
Sean Levy.
But I just think that in terms of movies that he's been in, that and Prisoners are probably objectively
like
the
the best films.
films.
Yeah, totally
Yeah,
agree.
certainly.
Totally agree.
Yeah, if you looked at any rating measure, I'm sure
Yeah.
they'd be the two top.
And he rarely plays a morally ambiguous
Logan.
character. Yeah, Logan is great too.
Yeah.
But he plays morally ambiguous characters in both The Prestige and in Prisoners. And not even like Prisoners, it's not even necessarily morally ambiguous, but it's just like
It's
that
just
idea
like,
of
I
how
don't know
far
if
would
I
you
would
go?
do that.
Yeah, it's like those decisions.
Have you seen Prisoners, Jared?
I have not.
It's
Oh,
excellent.
I know
It's
the
so
premise, but I have not seen it.
So good.
It is
I knew
excellent.
nothing about it when
I
I
didn't
watched
either,
it.
yeah.
And, oh man,
I didn't even
I
know the
feel like
premise. I was
with-
like, whoa, is this what this movie is? It was like way deeper than I was anticipating. Yeah,
Yeah,
way
with
darker.
Denis being so big, I think the conversation around Prisoners has bumped up a
Totally.
ton.
Yeah.
So I've
Totally.
only
That makes sense.
recently really started hearing about
Yeah.
it.
that
So,
makes sense.
yeah. But good try.
We
Yes,
did it.
no, you okay.
No,
so
good question.
gotta-
Good question. Good question.
I gotta remember what your question was.
you'll know
in
as
this.
soon as I answer. My answer
Okay.
is
Well, I know as soon
Oh,
as you answer.
right.
Hopefully.
I remember.
you
Hopefully
may.
Hopefully.
I'm
not.
gonna say this: the main characters never
Oh, you're
share
going this vague.
screen
Okay.
time together.
Yeah.
That's my answer.
What in the world? I got it.
Well, let Niall
Oh.
answer first. Let Niall answer first.
No. I'm interested.
just
I
kidding.
want to
Oh,
hear.
okay. I was like, if you-
Well, if you want to just hear where my head goes immediately. If
yeah, we
that's-
won't count this
Yeah.
as a guess.
Okay. I immediately thought
Unless
The
it's
Big
right.
Short.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's far from
Yeah.
correct.
Awesome.
but-
Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Okay. I would. I would have had much more input from the original creator.
Nice.
So we've gone very vague with these first couple answers.
Very
but we
vague.
can
Because
start getting more
if you're
specific.
too specific,
If
you'll
we
get
went
it.
more specific, it's
Sure,
a
sure.
lot easier to tell.
This is we're talking about a specific movie, and I think the movie is Jurassic World Dominion.
Oh,
Very good guess, actually.
it's a much better guess than I.
Yeah,
thought it
much
was
better
gonna be.
guess. Yeah. So
Okay,
now,
okay.
now I'll explain.
Yeah.
The whole idea of this got me excited because of these characters and the fact that we will never get to see them together on screen now as a result of the wasted potential is, I think, the most egregious error. There are many errors, but I think this one is the worst of them all because there's no way to go back because one of these people, one of the actors who play these characters is dead. And so the opportunity is just lost forever. And it's incredibly unfortunate.
My answer is because without the original creator, we wouldn't have had any of the predecessors to these that then we were so excited about. That excitement that you talked about. That original creator is the one with the creative juices to make us want to see more.
To be interested, yeah.
And
totally.
so the fact that a studio was basically like, no, we'll just do it this other different way and we'll not consult him. I'll reveal that. We'll not consult him at all. And we'll just kind of do our own thing and then also do it not well. Really frustrating.
Yeah.
And like, especially given the fact that he had a plan.
He had a plan.
He had ideas.
And he's alive, too. Like,
he's alive, and he very well could have been participating in it. And they shut
even in
him
just a
out
creative
and did their own
capacity,
thing.
but yeah, it is what it is, I guess.
Oh, are we talking about... Okay, well, I'll give you a couple of my thought process while you're
Let's
saying.
hear, yeah.
You said somebody was dead. They can never be back on screen again. I was like, I'm pretty sure Sir Ian McKellen is dead. Are they talking about maybe Magneto? Maybe he's not dead. I don't know. And then they're like, original creator? I'm like, are they talking about... Are they talking about maybe like...
Tolkien?
Maybe it is like a Lord of the Rings thing, right? Yeah, like, are you talking about...
like Rings of Power or something?
Rings of Power, because it was a disappointment. But now I'm thinking you're talking about Star Wars, a classic Lucas. And specifically, you're talking about how the main three in the last... Well, in The Force Awakens, I guess, and in just the sequel trilogy, they never share screen time together, really. And now one of them is dead. But I don't know exactly what your question is.
Nice.
What went wrong? I think it's what
You
went
are
wrong with
on the
the
right track.
Force Awakens.
Yes.
Well,
what went wrong? So
Or
the
what,
question was, I'm
yeah.
going to say that is
So close, yeah.
that we're
Okay,
counting
okay.
it.
Yeah,
It
you're
was,
totally on the
what
right.
would you have changed about the sequel trilogy?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And that's basically the same as what went wrong with
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
Just worded
I
differently, so-
almost said Palpatine, but that
Sure,
would have just
yeah.
immediately...
Yeah, but
That would have been too much. But yeah,
easy.
the vagueness, I was like, oh boy, what are they talking
Yeah.
about? And so I liked
so
that.
we did go
We
very
went vague,
Why
but it
we
worked
did.
out.
So
Yeah.
It
but you
worked
nailed
out.
it. You crushed
Yeah,
it.
you got it. You
Yeah,
found it.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, that was
impressed.
fun. All right, I'll bounce now. Right?
Okay.
Because I get it.
Boy.
I leave.
I need to.
I know how to play. I
Oh
leave.
boy,
Yeah,
I don't know
I hope that
if
you
he
get
gets
it.
back and he doesn't get
As
it.
long
I
as
do
you know
get
that
it.
you're supposed to come back when we text you, then yeah, you can.
Okay,
go.
okay.
Do you have your phone?
I get it. I can't hear now, but I
Okay.
get it.
I
Okay.
don't think he gets
I
it.
still
Yeah,
stand in the
I
room.
don't think
like
he gets
this
it,
with no
man.
headphones in.
We're talking about you.
We're
Go,
talking about
get
you.
out.
Oh boy,
Sheesh. What are we gonna do with that guy?
what are we gonna do?
Okay.
Man, I had one question going into it, and it was the James Bond one.
Yeah. Which was a great question, by the way.
Thanks. We could do. We could do one specific about Lucas. Like
We could. I was kind of thinking
movies that Lucas doesn't like that Lucas's L takes.
we could do movies that he's given like 1 star on Letterboxd.
Oh, that would be that would be a good one. Actually,
Okay, let's look him up.
dude, he might get it really quick.
I
but
think he might get it very quickly.
Yeah, he'll be like, "What? These are just movies that I hate."
Yeah.
So we'll see.
But we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a good question. What else could we do?
Okay.
We could do. If we want to make it hard, we could do movies that Lucas gave 3 stars on Letterboxd. That'd be so hard.
That would be brutal. Sort.
Yeah, sort.
Oh, not my rating. His rating.
He has
Lowest
27.
Okay, easy. There's a lot to pick from. I love that he's watched 2 versions of Marmaduke, and both of them got 1 star.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we could do these.
Yeah, totally. Easy.
Yeah.
Okay. So is that my question or your question? Because
That.
we kind of came up with it
Yeah,
together.
let's come up with another one together.
Okay, great. Love
Okay,
it.
we'll call that one yours.
Okay.
Oh boy, we could say. Oh man,
Yeah.
audience, help us out, please.
Yeah, call or text in.
Call right now.
Somebody listening to this has the best idea and
They're like
screaming
they
at the
came
podcast.
out. They come up with it immediately.
Oh goodness. What do you think about like a callback to an earlier episode? That's what Lucas was thinking with like James Bond and sequel trilogy.
Oh, gotcha. We could, if he came up with that. He already maybe knows
He's got
about
that locked. Yeah, he's got that.
But we
in
could
his
totally do it.
head space.
What if we did? Oh man, I kind of want to go hard with Lucas just because he gets all of the framed right and stuff like that. What if we
know.
did like director's like second movie?
That is funny.
You know what I mean?
I love that. I'm gonna have to do a little bit
Yeah,
of
yeah,
research
of course,
for
me
it.
too.
But yeah, totally. We can do mine first, and we can be kind of subtly researching while we
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
let's do that. Let's get him. Well, let's look for 1 second. Oh, man.
there might be a list just on Google of like
Or like a list on Letterboxd.
list of directors' second movies. Okay, I love this. I think that's a great question. Best second films from IndieWire.com. 35 directors who beat the sophomore slump.
Yes, I want that. Let's see.
And I don't know any of these so far. Okay, there's a great one. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I can just scroll through here and pick some now. Okay, I'm good
Okay.
to call him back if you are.
I am. Yeah,
Okay,
I would love to call him back.
I'm
Or you
doing it
call him.
right
You
now.
text him.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Okay, I'm finding some.
I texted him, and just real soon, he's just going to come busting through that door. He's going to come marauding back into his chair. He's going to pop those headphones in, and he's going to be there for us to talk to. Oh, he was just chatting with his roommates, sounds like.
Well, it sounds
With
like
Ian
it.
and
Yeah,
Am I supposed to
Brendan.
put my
Heard
headphones
him
back in or
downstairs.
just stand and look?
Yes, put your headphones back
Oh
in,
my
you
god!
oaf.
Yeah, I get
He's
it.
forgotten the game.
You
He doesn't get it.
absolute oaf.
Okay, I can hear now.
I don't think
Hello.
he gets it, man.
I don't think he gets it, man.
I know games.
Okay, we're doing my one first, right?
Yeah,
I'm
let's
so
do
excited.
this first.
I'm so excited.
Let's see
Okay.
yours first.
So first of all, I am gonna have to go with Ice Age 4 Continental Drift.
Whatever
that's
the
all
question
I'm gonna
is, I love it. Yeah, give me just the answers. I love that answer. Whatever the question is, that answer is awesome.
I'm
It's a
gonna
big
do.
opener.
My answer will be Venom 2. Let There Be Carnage.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
All right. Are these?
I'm just gonna. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna guess here, and then you guys
Yeah.
can explain. Are these the best names for sequels?
They
That is
might be.
That's a good.
But they're
guess,
not.
but no, that is not. That is
Okay,
not correct.
cool. Let me hear the explanations then.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Man, I kind of want to just keep you on that thread, even though you're not on the right thread.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm gonna keep you on that thread, even though I will be kind enough to say you're not on the right.
Okay.
Track. And that is, Don't Breathe 2.
Oh, you're just giving another answer. You're not even explaining it. Okay.
Yeah.
Not gonna
that's a good-
explain it.
that's a good
I think,
answer.
I think for this one, the
Yeah, for
more
this one.
the more titles we give you, the you're gonna start
Okay.
to
Okay.
understand.
Cool. I dig it. Two.
Yeah, that is a great one. I'm gonna go with The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift.
Great.
So my initial thought, this
you.
is not my guess, but my initial thought when you said that was, movies that were not initially intended to be sequels, but were reworked to be sequels. But that would make no sense for any of the other answers except for Don't Breathe 2.
Yeah.
I don't
it
know.
doesn't,
Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage could be.
Could have
in
been,
order.
yeah, it
That's
could have
its
been
own-
something else.
Yeah,
And then.
that's its own piece of art.
Interesting. Okay. Is it movies where the antagonist dies?
Oh no!
Possibly.
Like it
Could
potentially.
be.
Could also be that.
Does DK die?
At the end of
Does
Tokyo
Drift
Drift?
King die?
I thought he blew
I don't
up.
think the bad guy in Tokyo Drift dies.
Oh,
Doesn't he
probably
blow up?
blew
Han- Doesn't
probably
Han
blew
blow up?
No, Han blows up
Han
in...
blows
yeah.
up in 7.
No, he blows
right.
up in...
Gotcha.
Oh, no, he blows up in
Tokyo
3.
Drift, yeah, because
Yeah.
it's a prequel.
And in 7.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
love those movies, man.
Here's, I'll give you another answer. I don't agree with this, and I'm begrudgingly adding this, but unfortunately, due to circumstances,
I know what it
it
might be.
is a movie that factors
Okay.
in, and that is Transformers.
Interesting.
Just
Okay,
Transformers.
okay, I think I...
Yeah,
Just
that's a bummer.
Transformers. Yeah.
Jared, give
Okay.
you give your answer, and then I...
Okay.
As far as I can tell, Transformers.
I will throw in and this is one we recently talked about on the podcast as being a little bit of a stinker, and that's Independence Day Resurgence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it unnecessary movie sequels or movie franchises that have too many sequels or something along those lines?
No.
Oh,
Nope.
interesting.
I'll give you another one that is not a sequel, and it's not connected to anything.
Okay.
Noah.
What?
This
Okay.
is just eating you up inside,
No!
isn't it?
That's a curveball, definitely.
I love it.
I will give one that is also not a sequel or a spin-off really of anything. That is the Emoji Movie.
Yeah, that was going to be my next one, too. What do these movies have in common? Lucas?
Oh. Is it, see, the fact you
this is
said
great.
Transformers and not... did you mean Transformers 1 or the
Transformers
1? Okay. Is
I meant Transformers 1.
which is absurd, by the way.
is it movies
Not the movie.
that did not debut at #1 at the box office?
No.
No. But I like where your head's at, and
I like
maybe
where
there's
your
a
head's
reason
at.
why we're going hard on you.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I
Okay.
like it. I don't know
Fine,
that I'm going to be able to
How
get
about
this, but
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them? Crimes of Grindelwald.
Jeez, bro.
Come on.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a specific one.
Okay.
Okay. The Death and Life of John F. Donovan.
Oh my gosh,
Oh, yes, I do.
I
Yes, I
know what it is. This is
What is it?
movies that I've given 1 star to on Letterboxd.
That's right.
Oh, nice.
Very good.
Nice.
Good job.
Wow, I can't believe Transformers. That's so funny.
I was very dismayed to see that on the list.
I think I gave it 1 star with no review as well.
Oh, no, there's a review. It says, I
can we
was
hear it?
wrong when I thought this one was, quote, actually pretty good. CGI was surprisingly good for 2007, and the transformation effects were cool, but why is it so long? And why was every word uttered unbearable? Perhaps we shall never know. Just an objectively bad.
No, that's a good take. The CG is
No,
great,
it's
the
an L
transforming is cool, and the dialogue is
It's an
abysmal.
L take, bro. Okay, before we go on to the
That
next question,
is awesome.
I just want to note I've just discovered maybe my favorite video on the entire internet, and I just need to tell you about it so that the listeners can go and look it up on their own. In the throes of COVID, they got a group of modern actors together to do a table read of the script of Fast Times at Ridgemont High. And Shia LaBeouf was in that table read, reading as the character of Jeff Spicoli, a stoner character. And everyone else, freaking Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston and Matthew McConaughey and Sean Penn, all of these people are there, and they're just reading the script. And
Was this a benefit
like,
thing?
in
Why were
their
they reading
homes,
this
in their-
script?
I don't know. I have no idea. But it was one of those
COVID
weird
type
COVID
thing, yeah.
things. It's a
Yeah,
Zoom
yeah.
call. They're all in their own
Yeah.
homes, and Shia LaBeouf is in the front seat of a truck parked in his garage, actively getting high and drunk, but performing so hard. And it is so
Method
so
actor.
Yeah,
funny.
he's going all out.
And he's like got his lines memorized. He's using the space of the car, like getting out of the car and walking around it. But it is so funny. And there's a cut on YouTube that's just all of the scenes of Shia LaBeouf, and they've cut everything else out. It's like 12 minutes long. So worth watching. I've watched it like 3 times in the last week since I discovered
That's
it.
hilarious.
It's crazy. So anyway,
I'm thinking about all those movies that I've given 1 star. That's so funny. So like the Tokyo Drift. So many of them are sequels,
Okay.
which is a sign.
Yeah, I was trying to stick with sequels for a
Yeah,
bit.
no,
to throw
I
you
was
off.
definitely
Yeah.
thrown off. I was totally. You guys got me. But the
we got you.
last couple of the Death and Life, especially once it got more specific, I was like, okay, now I know what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, shall we? With
We shall.
Whose
question
question was
number
that
two.
as well?
Question. That was
Niles.
Just a combination.
both of these
but
were
both of
it
us.
was
Cool,
technically
cool. Yeah, it
mine, but
doesn't
we
matter,
kind of joint came up with it.
Okay,
Okay,
are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Are you
Okay,
ready,
yeah, I'm
Lucas?
My first answer, don't say it thrice, Beetlejuice.
Ah, I didn't even know that, but that's an interesting pick. My
That's
first
my
answer.
pick.
My first answer is Raising Arizona.
Interesting. Well, Lucas has to have it by now.
Beetlejuice and Raising Arizona.
Is this
Dude, this is gonna be such a hard one.
now you got me just
At
thinking
least
about
for
my
me.
letterbox profile, but I feel like that you're not going to do 2 letterbox questions.
We might.
You could, I guess.
Would you say these are 3-star movies?
No.
That's so vicious, dude.
Oh, man, I don't even know.
Well, just give us a
Yeah,
guess.
I'm trying to think.
Come on, buddy.
Is that a Mark Wahlberg?
Is it
Come on, buddy.
Come on, buddy.
Give us a
the
guess.
Give us a guess.
3rd movie by a director? Or something like that, like the 2nd or 3rd movie by a director? Or 4th?
Yes, it's the
It
second.
is-
2nd? Oh!
How did you get that fast?
What in the world? I was like, Niall, let's do one kind of harder.
Let's do
for
something
him,
that's so hard.
just because he's always
And you
getting
got
these
it off of
framed
Beetlejuice
right,
and Raising
we-
Arizona. You did take a bit of a shotgun
it.
approach by saying 3rd, 2nd, 4th.
Yeah.
movie by
Yeah.
a director.
Well, because I didn't know
So-
which one it
However-
was. I was like, I
Yeah.
thought that maybe Edward Scissorhands was Burton's 2nd one. I couldn't remember for sure, but I was like, it was either maybe
Wow.
3rd, maybe it was the 2nd. Raising Arizona, I was like, it's
I
old
am
enough that I'm
shocked.
like, it could have been their early 2nd or 3rd or something.
I'm genuinely
What a
shocked
W.
that you got that
you
back
just got-
quickly.
Because I was like, I don't know what
Oh.
else they would have in common. I mean, they're both directors that I really like, and so.
I just had to scream
Dang
into
it.
my blanket. I don't think it came through on the Zoom, but it definitely came through on my mic.
Well, you had me going there for a
Oh.
while on the other one though, but
That's true.
that was fun.
I was
That was
just,
fun.
I was certain it was going to be the other way around with those
Okay.
questions. I thought you were going to get the 1 stars immediately, and then you were going to take.
Well, you guys
forever
were
on
so.
those.
I think if you did the ones-
was really what.
Because if it was my like half stars or 1 stars, you'd be like The Greatest Showman, and I'd audibly go.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you'd say Amazing Spider-Man 2, and I'd go. And I'd be like, wait a second.
You'd be like,
And you'd be
hey,
like 2001: A Space Odyssey, and I'd be like, I got it.
now I understand.
Oh
Dude,
man,
really well done.
Thank you.
Good job to all
Yeah,
of us. I
we
think
all got our
all the
questions.
questions.
we all
which is
got
fun.
all of them, but none of them were like easy.
Yeah, no, they were all
No,
very
pretty
no,
good.
no real softball.
Hopefully that was entertaining
good.
for the listeners to watch us scrape and claw. I'll be interested to go back and listen to this one as like hearing the
I
conversations.
think it's entertaining.
Totally.
Well, you know
This
what
is
they
a lot of
say. 49 for them, 1 for us.
fun. So we've had 3 for us. Well, the 100th was actually a fan question. So that
No,
Yeah, so that
actually
was
for you.
one
Yeah.
for them
That was
especially.
real.
so this was great.
So
we
we
could
were
do something like
due
this
for
again.
this.
We're due for 1.
Yeah, we were due for 1. Yeah, it's been a while. What was the 50th one as well? I don't even remember.
I don't
I
think
don't.
we did.
I feel like
anything.
it was called the 50th, but I don't know if we did anything particularly exciting.
Let me scroll. Let me find
Yeah,
out.
let's look
go
up.
back and
I
dig.
can scroll. We've got access to that information, quick and easy access. There
Well,
we go,
guys.
show.
While we... Whoa.
While I'm scrolling,
kinda fun.
scrolling.
Spotify gives us a little
It's
auto-generated...
just called
clips.
50th episode special, so we did something.
Yeah, and we just talked about our favorite topics and whatnot
Oh, nice. Yeah,
up
yeah,
to
yeah.
that point.
Oh.
Very fun.
Favorite topics,
Little did
favorite
we know.
questions. Yeah.
We would make it 3 times that long.
Yeah, baby.
And
I didn't
hopefully-
think we would make it that long.
We're only.
I thought
as
one of
we
us
were
would have died.
recording.
Well,
for
I don't know
sure.
if I've mentioned this before,
Yeah.
but once you hit 5 years as a podcast, consistently putting out content, you can become Rotten Tomatoes certified and become a reviewer on Rotten Tomatoes as a critic. So,
What?
yeah.
No.
Yeah, we got
way.
like
We
a
can
year and a half
spew
ish.
our bad takes.
I've got a question.
We can go watch Paddington
So-
3 and
Give it.
If I posted
Review it.
one episode of a podcast,
No, it has to be consistent.
and then
Yeah.
5 years later posted
But it's
episode
consistent.
2. Okay, so it has
Consistent.
to be
once
once a
every
year.
5 years. No, it's like you have to have a
that's
certain number of episodes, number of years established.
certain number of listeners. So all of you tell your
Yeah,
friends.
yeah. Hey, there we go. Segway King. Tell your friends to listen. We're
Tell
wrapping
your
up the episode.
friends
Thanks
to
for listening.
listen. Here are some friends that already are listening, and they want to shout out my mom. Shout
The
out
cancer
to
is back.
Kel.
Let me just clarify with that.
Oh, getting explicit? You can't do that.
Well, I didn't say with who.
It's not true. That's
Kel's
not true.
leukemia
That's
is in
not
its
true.
3rd stage.
Well, leukemia is the name of the person who has cancer.
The issue was the cancer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Shout out to Kel from Roan Oberg, Nick Bell, Michael
woo.
Polonzik, Easy Law, Britton Inkley, Riley Allen, Ian, James Martin, Hannah Steve.
Thank you.
Woo!
If you want to shout
Thank
out
you.
my mom, if you want to give us $3 a
Kel
week,
is healthy,
and
by the way.
if you want to see extra episodes
be
where we
healthier.
yip and yap, you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/mancavemovienight. We appreciate it. All of the money that we get from it goes back into the podcast, into making it better, and into doing giveaways, which we're, I think, due for. So be watching.
150th episode
so.
giveaway. Give away 150th pill, 150-year pill, 50-year-old pill.
100. We could
We'll,
do like
we'll
150
include a
M&Ms.
150-year pill with every giveaway.
Yes.
So,
It's big. Just
of
just
luck.
so
Be
you're
looking
just
out for
it's
that.
big. You won't miss it. It'll be in the package.
Oh, it's big.
It's big.
It's big. It's in the package.
yeah, you have to break it into parts to take
Well, if you're not
because it's about head
if
size.
if you're chosen, you would know to not do that. So maybe I guess you weren't one of the chosen after all, since if you broke it.
You didn't know that.
Yeah, and the episode.
Okay, well, thanks for listening. We love you. We've been here 150 episodes. We're gonna be here
And we're gonna be
10,500 episodes more, or something.
That's about it. That's our goal.
10,500.
10,650 is
Yeah,
our
that's
goal.
our goal. We'll get there.
Once we hit that,
We're done. Yeah.
Yeah,
once
we're
we
kinda-
once we hit that, then we'll throw in the towel.
Then we've talked about every movie.
yeah.
Once we go through and review every movie that Punk
That's how
has
many
done a
movies
review
there
of Letterboxd on, then we'll feel satisfied. A full episode to every movie he's
Okay.
ever watched.
That's a good idea.
All right, thanks for listening, guys. Bye bye, Bazinga.
Bye bye.
And we'll see you on another
And
Man Cave
no,
Movie
no,
Night.
no, 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 no.
Bye bye
Bye,
bye
bye.
bye bye.